All right, let's enjoy this trip. Hello?
Hello, Holly. Are you guys on board now?
Yes, it's almost our departure time.
I'm leaving now.
Trouble busters!
I can't possibly miss out on Le Marais if I'm going to Paris. Wait, is that a statue of me? This must be one of the 3 people who are identical to me. My name is Melanie. My friends and I are going on a trip to Paris. I've been excited for this trip as I listed the sightseeing spots that I wanted to enjoy. However, we have to see the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe. I want to see the Palais Garnier too.
Let's go to the Champs-Élysées too.
I'd like to go to Le Marais. We'll have dinner at a hotel. We're going to enjoy the steak tartare by Severo. I'm so excited.
I've always wanted to try. But then I should be happy that they invited me on this trip at least.
All right, let's enjoy this trip. Sounds good.
Let's go.
Where should we go first?
Well, let's see. I need to get myself together.
Oh, look, they're waving at us. I was thinking about going to a famous chocolate shop after this. That doll is so cute. Maybe we should buy a souvenir for it.
Okay, time to sleep now.
Hey, guys, there's a sweets festival at Nelson's Sweet Tooth. Sweets festival? They're selling the limited time sweets at the festival. Oh, I wish I could go.
I want the limited time sweets, and I miss our home country.
All right, let's get to sleep now. We already arranged our flight for tomorrow morning, so we'll go home first thing in the morning.
Okay. I guess they ended up being homesick, or more like homeland sick.
All right. I slept so well. Wait, what? Oh.
I want the limited time sweets, and I miss our home country. I texted my friends just to confirm, but they never seem to read my messages. I see. Maybe they're not getting my texts because they're on a flight.
All right, I confirmed it. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble busters! Hello?
Hello, Holly. Are you guys on board now?
Yes, it's almost our departure time.
Well, I'm glad to hear that then.
By the way, where are you, Melanie? Do you have a separate seat from us?
I'm on board too.
Okay then.
I'm leaving now. Who's calling me? It's so early.
Oh, that's Holly.
Oh my goodness, she's been calling me so many times. Hello?
Where the heck are you?
Huh? I thought you guys also went home.
We're still in Paris. What? You're still in Paris? Wait, all 3 of you?
That's right. We thought you were on the same flight.
I told you guys that I was leaving. I thought you were talking about how we were leaving back to our hotel by taking the train.
The train? Ugh, I guess I misunderstood you. But then, you guys are fine without me, right?
No, we're not. We can't speak French.
Who's going to translate for us? Did you need me just for translation?
Of course, that's right. She hung up on us.
Oh, this is strange. What's the matter, Ruby?
I thought I kept our flight tickets here, but I can't find them. I can't find our flight tickets.
Oh my goodness.
Melanie?
What do you want from me now?
You know exactly why we're calling. Where'd you put our flight tickets?
Huh? Did you need them? You left them with my luggage without telling me, so I thought you didn't need it.
That's right. Melanie's purse looked exactly like mine, so I may have put it in her purse. What have you done, Ruby? We spent $950 per person for those flight tickets. Oh, what was I supposed to do? We were leaving early in the morning and I was in a rush. At this point, I know it's going to cost us, but we have no choice but to buy it again. So, Melanie, I need you to teach me how to buy flight tickets.
Oh, you don't know how? Well then.
Oh my goodness. What's the matter?
A stranger just took my luggage.
What?
Well, you need to call the police right now. You need to file a police report about it. Is that for the credit card? Yes, in general, credit cards include coverage for theft of personal belongings during overseas travel, so your stolen items will be properly compensated. However, you'll need a theft report, so make sure to contact the police right away.
Cela va coûter 22 172 euros.
Huh? I'd like to use my credit card.
Merci beaucoup.
Ruby, did you just buy something?
Huh? Well, I wasn't sure what was going on, so I gave him my credit card.
Well, you need to cancel the transaction right now. You're being ripped off.
What? But then, the guy who was selling me the product is already gone.
Well, in that case, you should reach out to the police about that right away.
Oh, shut up. If all we have to do is go to the police, we'll figure this out on our own. If you're not going to teach me how to buy the flight tickets, I'm hanging up now.
Holly, Melanie's willing to help us with our situation, so we should just take her help.
It's fine. We can use our translation app on our phones, so we don't need to rely on Melanie. Let's call the police right now. Also, we need to figure out our hotel tonight. I got this. Don't worry.
What? Are you saying that our restaurant reservation was canceled?
Holly, what's going on?
Well, I got an email saying that our hotel reservation was also canceled.
What?
You can rebook it as long as you have the translation app, right?
Just try your best, Holly.
I need to do this, do that, and I can't take it anymore. We have no choice. Can we just go back to our country now?
$2,700 for each of us?
Why? Melanie bought the tickets for just $950 for each of us.
She must have bought our plane tickets from the cheapest airline and taken advantage of an early bird discount.
What do I do? I've been using my credit card and I can't use it anymore.
Don't worry, I know what to do.
Oh? I thought you guys were going to be fine without me. What do you want from me now?
We need you to buy our flight tickets and bring them to us right away.
Bring it to you? But it's going to take at least 12 hours for me to get to Paris, and that's only if I make it there at all. That's fine. We'd rather wait for you than spend $2,700. There's no point in waiting for me.
What do you mean by that? It'll be such a waste if we were to dispose of the flight tickets that we bought for $950.
I'm not sure how exactly to tell you this, but by the time I bring you back your flight tickets, they're going to be expired.
Expired? What? Can't we do something about this? What about a digital ticket?
Well, you can only access the digital ticket with my phone.
In that case, you should be responsible and buy us new tickets.
I'd like to refuse.
Why not? Don't you feel sorry for us?
In most circumstances, I would feel sorry for you, but none of you has paid me $950 for the flight tickets yet.
That's not true. Both Ruby and I gave $950 to Christy so she'd hand it to you, Melanie.
That's right. You must be trying to rip us off.
If I were really trying to rip you guys off, I wouldn't have spent $950 for each of your flight tickets to begin with.
That's true.
In that case, where did our money go?
I'm sorry. I really wanted to buy souvenirs.
What?
I don't mean to aggravate this situation, but the cancellation for the hotel and the restaurant comes out to be $2,300, and it's being billed to you, Holly.
What? Why?
Holly, you said it yourself. You wanted them all under your name because you felt that you would feel cool to have it under your name.
I said that, but why am I being billed?
Isn't it only natural that you're being billed? Because the reservations were under your name.
You must have written my address without telling me.
I made sure I asked you if it was okay for me to use your address.
I never thought you were going to use it for the reservation. That's enough. I'm never going to rely on you again.
Holly, Melanie is the only person who can save us.
What are we going to do with our flight back?
It's fine. I'm going to pay for all of us at this point.
Are you sure about that?
Wouldn't you get in trouble if your husband finds out that you spent $2,700?
I'll just make sure he won't find out. Don't worry about it. But this is happening all because of Melanie. I'm going to make her regret this as soon as I get back to the country.
I knew you were on this flight.
Melanie?
Oh, it's not just me.
Yikes! Honey?
Why are our husbands here?
Well, since it was an emergency, I decided to let them know about what was going on.
We never asked you to tell them.
This was supposed to be a trip just amongst us friends.
You don't have the luxury to be saying that. You must have been involved in trouble. Tell us what happened.
It wasn't anything. Small accidents always happen when you go on a trip, right?
That's right. We ended up leaving at a different time from when Melanie was flying back, but everything is okay.
Oh, you guys don't have anything to be concerned about.
Concerned about anything? I'm definitely concerned about the fact that all the funds that were in our shared bank account were pulled out.
What? Wait, what do you mean by that?
I needed to know what happened, and that's why I'm here to pick you up.
This is just my assumption, but Christy, your belongings have been stolen, right? I believe it's because your ATM card was also stolen at that time.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. I just got a message from the bank saying our account might have been used as a destination for fraudulent transfers, so they're freezing it.
I had no idea what was going on. I told you to reach out to the bank, but why is it that you never did that? Well, I forgot.
Who would ever forget something like this?
I never thought that this would happen.
Well, you said that it was your first time going to a foreign country for all three of you, so it couldn't be helped. But I told you so many times before the trip that we need to watch out for ourselves whenever we go on a trip abroad.
Are you saying that this was my fault?
Yes, it is, no matter how you put it. Also, Ruby, what exactly happened with you?
Huh? Me?
I got a notification for the credit card usage.
Oh, well, there was a guy who got a bit forceful to make me buy something there.
But it wasn't just anything small.
Huh? How much did they charge us?
They charged you $35,000 for the Persian carpet.
35,000? Oh my goodness.
Why is it that you decided to buy such an expensive item without even refusing to purchase it?
It was because the clerk seemed to be nice and friendly. I didn't think much of it.
I gave you some advice about it too, though. I told you to return the item as soon as possible.
He was gone by the time you said that, so I couldn't do anything about it.
Did you talk to the police?
Yes, I did, but they only accepted the police report and never said a thing afterwards, so there wasn't anything I could do.
I guess there's not much you can do if you didn't know who to cool it off with.
I hate people who would spend unnecessary money, especially when it comes from such a careless reason.
But this is a bit of a different story. I'm a victim here.
A victim? You must have just easily handed that guy your credit card.
Well, I was just riding along with what was going on.
You can't just spend $35,000 because you were riding along.
Eek!
And Holly, didn't you tell me that you were going on a domestic trip?
Yikes!
But this is strange. I received some expensive bills from hotels and restaurants in France.
Well,
You also said that it'll only be a domestic trip and that you won't be spending too much and not to worry about anything. But then I noticed that you withdrew $8,100 from our shared bank account. What exactly was that?
That must be the flight tickets that they bought. It was $2,700 per person.
I see. You said you won't be spending too much, but I guess you spent quite a lot.
I had no choice. I couldn't find anywhere else to buy tickets.
But did you really have to pay for everyone else?
I'm the boss. I wanted to show off.
$8,100 just to show off? And not to mention you lied about your international trip.
We had some last-minute changes in plans. Melanie insisted that she really wanted to go to France, and that's why.
Did you really?
Not at all.
Melanie!
Stop blaming Melanie. We've promised that we'll never tell lies to each other, remember?
I had no choice. You wouldn't have let me go if I told you that I was going on an international trip.
Of course not. You've never been out of the country, and I couldn't possibly let you go when your friends haven't been out of the country either.
Well, I guess Melanie was with them and she's used to foreign trips. But Melanie ended up coming back before them. I can only imagine what it was like after she left.
That's right. This is all happening because Melanie left us first.
Excuse me? We decided to go on this trip only because Melanie promised that she'll help us translate, but she decided to leave without us. Doesn't this make everything her fault?
The two of them are right. If only Melanie stayed with us, none of this would be happening right now.
Did you really think I'd be enjoying a trip like that?
What do you mean by that?
Let me tell you, gentlemen, about what happened.
Oh my goodness! Did you guys really do that to her when it was supposed to be a trip with all four of you?
We didn't mean it in any bad way.
I can only feel like you meant it in a bad way and not any other way.
Oh, this is just a misunderstanding. It was Melanie's fault for making us feel like it would have been fine.
Stop blaming others! Melanie couldn't enjoy the trip and thought that you guys had flown back to the country without her, and I can only understand why.
Why do you keep taking Melanie's side? We're your wives. You're supposed to be on our side.
Of course, if Melanie was at fault, we'd take your side. But no matter how you put this, the three of you are at fault.
Hold on a second. Are you saying that she wasn't in the bad for leaving us behind when we don't even speak French and we've never been on a foreign trip?
That's right. Because of that, we ended up going through so much trouble.
You never said a thing to help us out.
You would say that only because you weren't willing to listen to anything I was telling you.
What did you just say?
First of all, Christy, I made sure I told you that you had to make sure you held on to your belongings at all times to prevent them from getting stolen. You did, but it never happens when I'm in my hometown, so I thought it would be the same even if I was in Paris. Yes, I remember you saying that. So I told you to make sure you keep the valuables in different purses instead of keeping them all in one purse, just to safely pack your belongings. You agreed to do so too. I thought you were just being overcautious.
Why couldn't you just take her advice?
Well, I never imagined that it would happen to me. It never happens in my daily life. Of course not. Our country is ranked to be one of the top 10 safest countries in the world. Also, Ruby, I've given you advice on places not to go for safety reasons. Why did you still choose to go?
Huh? No, I didn't. I didn't go.
The strap that's dangling from your pocket, it's a souvenir that's only sold in the area that I advised you not to go to. Oh. Other than that, I made sure to tell you guys to bring food and water in case we ended up not getting into a restaurant or a hotel, but none of you ever took anything with you.
Well,
and that's why you decided to rush back to the country. We would have been fine if only you carried food and water for all four of us and stayed with us during the entire trip.
Look, you're a grown adult and you're old enough to take care of yourself.
But then, Melanie, you were aware that we wouldn't have known what to do without you. Don't you think it's ridiculous that you chose to leave us behind?
That was because I thought all three of you were going back home, and that's why I decided to leave too.
Why didn't you realize that there was a misunderstanding during our conversation? On board could mean being on board with different things, right? Why didn't you think that we might end up in trouble if there was a misunderstanding?
If you're going to point that out, you should have noticed yourselves too. You should have been kind enough to realize it for our sake.
Melanie, you have no idea how friendship works.
Besides, we hate the fact that you know how to speak French.
I don't know what you want me to do about that.
No, everything is your fault, Melanie.
What? Also, about the cancellation, I'm going to make sure you pay for the entire amount.
Oh my goodness!
Ugh. Well then, if you insist, that's fine. I planned on protecting you and helping you out if you guys had the slightest remorsefulness. As of now, Holly, Christy, and Ruby, I'm cutting ties with all of you.
What?
In that case...
Of course, you're going to pay the $35,000 you spent for that Persian carpet.
I knew it.
Of course! Who would ever use a $35,000 Persian carpet? Show me the instruction manual if you have one.
Oh my goodness.
Chrissy, I'm going to be making you liable for the damages you caused on my end.
What? But I'm the victim. Why would you do that to me?
Of course I would. This is all happening because you were being careless.
But you can't make me liable for the loss. Christy, haven't you been aware? When a bank account is frozen, it may be added to a list of frozen accounts shared with investigative authorities. As a result, there is a risk that your other bank accounts could also be frozen, and you may be unable to open new ones.
But I'm the victim here.
Even then, well, you'll have to talk to the police and the bank directly to make them understand that you're the victim, and they might end up taking you off the list of frozen accounts, though.
You should do that for me then.
Why would I do that for you? Just how much are you planning to rely on others?
But.
Lastly, Holly!
I didn't do anything bad, did I?
Did you really think I didn't notice it?
About what?
You lied to me that you were on a domestic trip this time around, but I know that you've been gambling at a casino whenever you tell me that you're at your cooking class and flower class.
What? How'd you know?
Therefore, I want a divorce.
Oh no. Hold on, we're stay-at-home wives, so we can't afford to lose you guys. I'll never lie to you ever again.
And that's probably already a lie. I've had enough of this.
Hey, will you at least divide the marital assets?
I'll do that, but marital assets are only the assets that were established together during the marriage. None of you will be getting a large cut. In fact, it's probably gonna come out as a negative value.
Are you saying that we're going to end up with debts? Melanie, we need you to talk to our husbands. We'll apologize for what we've done. You're the only person we can count on. Remember how you seemed to be happy when we let you join our group? You should repay your gratitude.
I'd like you ladies to realize how rude you were being to the point where I have no gratitude for you letting me join your friends group. Bye now.
Oh, Melanie!
After that, the three women were officially divorced by their husbands. Burdened with claims for alimony and damages, they were forced to leave the homes they had grown so accustomed to. Using what little money they had left, they rented a small apartment and decided to live together, sharing the space to get by. However, as fate would have it, the part-time jobs they managed to find were located right next to a branch office of a major travel agency. Every day, the three of them stare longingly at the travel brochures, blaming one another for their situation and constantly getting into petty arguments. As for me, not long after they moved out, a new mom moved into the neighborhood. We quickly became friends, and today I find myself off on another trip.
Melanie, let's go make a wish.
Sure, sounds good.
What wish are you going to make?
I'm going to wish for an everlasting friendship with you, Helen. What about you, Helen?
I'm going to wish that my husband won't be surprised every time I decide to feed him potato chips for dinner.
What? Trouble Busters!